Morning, folks. Adam here in the car, dinging seatbelt alarm. Thought I'd do a quick video on the way to work. They say a fool and his money are easily parted, or at least that's a saying I've heard. So I thought I'd discuss what are the things that trigger me to want to buy something, even if I've never played it or heard of it. And I have this weakness for collecting things. Right now, it's collecting video game stuff. It has been for about the last 4 or 5 years. I'm like that collector dude in the fucking Guardians of the Galaxy movie that's got to have everything. It seems like some days. And then you look around and you're like, why do I have all this shit? But there are certain things that trigger that buy impulse. And I don't know. Sometimes when I'm watching videos, I will watch pickup videos and stuff. People will show things, and that'll get me excited. It'll be something I've never heard of or whatever, and it'll spark me to want to buy it. And I know I'll never play it or anything, but it's one of those deals. And one thing that gets me to buy things, and I know this sounds weird, and it sounds the opposite of what it should. If a game is especially shitty or bad, I want it. If it's horrible, I want it. If it's cheesy and horrible, even better. But, I like the good games too, but I like that, having that talking piece or whatever to show on camera or show to my friends or my cousins, say, hey, have you ever seen this? This is the most god-awful thing I've ever played in my life, But it's just one of those deals that triggers it. When somebody tells me something is shitty or cheesy or full motion video is another thing. If a game is full motion video, especially retro games that are full motion video, gotta have it, gotta buy it. It's just, I don't know. I guess when I was a kid, half my age now, I'm getting old. When I was in like 19 or 20, I thought full motion video was going to be the wave of the future with video games. I thought that was the way things were going. And that we were going to be playing all our games looking like that and being in like a VR environment and being, totally like video, or real life, scenarios, as opposed to the way things have gone. And things are getting more and more realistic, to where stuff almost looks photoreal anymore, especially in the cinemas and stuff. So there's that damn seatbelt again. So that's one thing. Full motion video. You tell me something's bad or cheesy, that's another thing that triggers the collector/buyer in me to want something. The problem is I bought most of this stuff. I mean, it's real hard to trigger my buy switch anymore, my buy it now button. One thing that I do know that gets me to buy it almost every single time, it's a weakness, it really is, and that is the term cult classic. If you tell me something's a cult phenomenon or cult classic, I feel like I gotta own it. I want to be in that cult, I want to be in that little group of people that has that game and enjoys it and is a real, fan of it. And what ends up happening is I end up buying these stupid quote-unquote cult classics. Come on, folks. And I'll never play them. I'm like, but at least I've got it. At least I give off the appearance that I'm a hip dude, because hip dude, that proves I'm not. that I give off the vibe that I'm, you know, in the know. So those are some things that trigger the guy in me, the little voice that says, come on, buy it. You want it, buy it. Buy it. Look for it. See if you can even find it. And then once you find it, it's like, okay, you found it. Now what? Are you going to buy it? 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 And, you know, eventually I'll talk myself into it. I've done that with quite a few things. I mean, the biggest one that I ever talked myself into is buying that copy of Snatcher for the Sega CD complete at the vintage stock for $100. And I know that's cheap, considering what that game can go for, but for me it was the biggest like flop down on a piece of software, not even hardware, that I had ever done. And I know there are other people that have bought other things. I know that, you know, for some reason they I don't know, I was never a huge fan of I started getting out of RPGs about the 16-bit era, and so all these RPGs they released on the Super Nintendo that people fawn over, I don't really care about that much, like Chrono Trigger and Secret of Mana and yeah, I do have the Final Fantasies. Those I had played and, you know, bought back then, but I'm trying to think. Like Earthbound, you know, that's one that, you know, is a cult classic, but that's one I just have to pass on. I mean, because if I'm going to buy it, I don't just want a cart, I want the whole thing, and it's too expensive. I mean, I do have this line in my brain that I won't cross as far as price goes. And so the biggest thing is to find that cult item that you want at the price you want, and sometimes you have to have patience for that. And like I said, I've pretty much bought everything. I mean, there's a couple of things that I want, but it's not because they're extremely expensive. I know one thing that I really want to get, and I know this sounds stupid because I've got multiple copies of it, is the game Sewer Shark for the Sega CD. And you're like, why the hell do you want that? Well, I got a copy of it when I bought my original Model 2 Sega CD, but it's the blue disc copy. I want the original black disc copy, which I do have one, but I want it complete in the box, and that's the trick, finding it in the box. I even think I have the instructions for it. I just don't have a box for it. And this is horrible, and this is another thing. The collector in me wants it complete, so basically, even though I already have it, and I have a black box version of it with instructions, I think, I don't have the box. So basically, I'm buying a fucking cardboard box. And I do that. I've done that a lot. You know, I've rebought stuff just so I can get it complete, so I can get it in a cardboard box. And when you're paying for cardboard, it just seems like crazy in the end. But it's that collector, that person that wants to put it on the shelf and display it versus just having it and being like, I can play this, I have it, it's awesome. You know, people talk about emulators and being able to emulate things and how that's free. Well, it's not free. I mean, you're not really supposed to technically own the ROMs. I think you're allowed if you have the title for the game, but it's one of those deals where it's just like, you know, I've never been one of those people that's just a player and wanted to play and stuff, or otherwise I wouldn't even have 3/4 of the stuff I have, because I just emulate it, you know, I mean, so anyway, that's about it. I'm getting close. I don't know how long this video is, but what triggers that buy it now button in you? What triggers that that collector? This isn't a player. I mean, yeah, of course you're going to buy games if you really want to play them, or it's something that you had in your childhood that you really remember being good or bad that you really want to play again. I mean, I understand buying that, but what gets you to buy something new that you've never played or whatever, and you just found out about, what gets you to drop the money on it to have it, you know? And leave some comments below. I'll answer them as I can. And it seems like all the kids went back to school this week, so it's taking a little bit longer to get in because everybody's driving real slow in school zones and stuff. And anyway, that's neither here nor there. Happy Thursday, and talk to you next video. Thanks for watching, folks. Thanks for sticking with me. I know I haven't been putting up a lot of content. It's just mainly because lately, I've explained it before, I just don't have the money or the drive to hunt stuff down online, and going out and shopping and wasting gas and driving around and finding nothing is no fun. And it's really kind of zapped that video game urge in me to collect and to buy and to do the pickup videos and things like that. And then I never was real big into gameplay videos anyway, and you know, when I do them, I'm not gonna do anything but shoot the TV and kind of bullshit while I'm doing it, because that's my style. You know, I'm not gonna do anything better than that because it's not my bread and butter. I mean, it's not what I do. So I mainly just bullshit in the car lately. So if you don't dig that, I guess you're out of luck. So anyway, thanks for coming by, and we'll see you next video. Later.